Here we are at Occupy Iowa City, and this is Stephanie, and we're just going to take a tour of Occupy Iowa City.
Okay. All right. Well, these are some of our tents. This bigger tent here. Do you want me to unzip them and?
If you want, you know, you can just say what they are if you want.
This bigger tent here, which the sign has fallen off of, is where we keep our donations of blankets and clothing in here. So we try to keep it shut as much as possible so it stays dry. This is the office.
Do you have tarps underneath there?
There are pallets underneath here and cardboard.
And leaves. And leaves.
To try to keep it up off the ground.
Okay.
Right,
so that and then we do have another tarp that we throw over top of it when it rains.
Okay.
Just to keep the rain out of there. This is the office. This is where we keep we have books for a library, and we had them up on shelves at one point, but then the rain just gets out of control, so we put them in boxes for right now until we can figure out a more permanent solution. They're in here, and we have like office supplies, all the markers and the signs, the supplies for making signs and stuff like that are in here.
Okay.
These are just some occupiers' tents, and this is our giant pile of dirty laundry that we're going to have to take to the. And this is our partially assembled Arctic tent.
Oh, cool.
It's not, as you can tell, it's not up properly yet, but we need to get it.
And that is being heated by.
There's a propane heater in there.
Okay.
Propane.
It's not on right now. We don't turn it on unless it gets really cold.
Yeah, you wouldn't need it.
But it will get bigger.
So this
once
is
we
like
get
a warming center.
Yeah, and we're hoping that once we get it put up properly and we get the square footage figured out, we'll be able to have TAs in there too when it gets really cold.
This was donated?
Yeah, this was donated by a wonderful man named Oz. And good morning, Sam.
Good morning. I'm with the Dave.
Hello. How you doing? We're from Occupy Quad Cities. We're about to occupy, and we're just enjoying the tour.
We actually had we had the Occupy Davenport mayor come by, and he was like, "We like what you guys are doing," and we're putting up signs one day, and he was actually like visiting Iowa City because there's a senator that was in town that he was kind of like taking out of the nursing home and like walking around and stuff. Really cool mayor.
Bill Gluba?
Bill Gluba.
Yeah, he's actually a cool guy, yeah. He's the supporter.
He is a supporter.
This is our water tent. The city turned off the water just because that's what the city does at the park when
it gets cold.
When it gets cold.
So there's the water tent right on.
So we have water. We have liquid. We also have
Yeah, it's beautiful. It started out 26 degrees this morning, and it's just absolutely beautiful. I didn't need my parka at all.
This is the garage. This is where we put everything that we don't know where else to put it.
It gets all Miss Magoo's closet, in other words.
Yeah, pretty much. Brakes are here. We have sleds. Move things around on sleds.
Oh, yeah.
And this is the hypothermia tent. Basically what we have going on with this tent, and I don't know if anybody's sleeping in here right now, so I don't want, there might be, so I don't want to open it up.
Is this a tent inside a tent?
Yeah, there's a tent inside this tent, and then it's surrounded by big bags of leaves.
Wow.
So this is what we would put somebody in if they got really cold.
Right.
And I think Eric's been sleeping in there, so I don't want to be too loud because he might still be in there. Obviously, Sam was still in the tent.
Did you take a picture of how they're sitting on pallets and the pallets are stuffed with?
Yeah, we did actually get that on that.
These are some more of our occupiers' tents. That's my tent with the leaves around.
Oh.
That's what we when it starts to get
the windy side.
Yeah, the windy side.
Right
eventually, we're hoping to get enough bags of leaves.
And they're black too, so they get some solar heating going on. So you get a nice. Wow, that's really low tech.
Yeah, it is really low tech.
Nice.
Our tent is a pretty good tent, so we don't waste pallets underneath it. It's almost 4 season.
I think I could get away with that. If you just piled a bunch of leaves, it looks like did you put a bunch of leaves on?
Yeah, there's leaves on. We have the leaves under it, and we have our tarp underneath it, and we have thermarests that we sleep on, so we don't feel like we need the pallets because we have those.
Right.
And we are.
When it gets really cold, you might need them.
Yeah.
With all those methodologies at the same time.
Yeah, and when it gets really cold, we'll probably do. Tom probably sleeps here the most, and his tent is probably the most set up.
Wow. Yeah.
He's got that up on pallets and leaves.
You could probably
and
sleep
plastic.
till 3 in the afternoon in there.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard somebody cough. Somebody's in a tent.
Sorry.
someplace. No, that's okay. They should be like.
No, I'm just saying.
So yeah, this is the this is like I think the idea of what we're gonna do with all of the tents when it starts getting wintry is to, and he's got leaves. I think that eventually he might want to pack some leaves around the outside too, just for it gets pretty windy up here in the hills. So we have and this is just leftover wood. Some of it is wood that we have for signs. Some of it is wood that we've had left over for some projects that we're going to eventually incorporate. Or we donated a lot of our wood to Occupy Cedar Rapids. We had wood for a structure, and we decided not to build it, so we gave Occupy Cedar Rapids that wood because they're able to build structures where they're camped out. So
cool.
Ooh. Yeah, we did not do this. The city had crews up here, and they ripped things up. And this is where we usually have GA, the signs go over.
You got a cop over here.
Do this. This is our agenda board. This would be our agenda from last night, which we need to erase so that people can put
the new
agenda on. And then we have somebody that stacks. And we have, usually I take notes. That's fallen on me lately.
That's a tough job.
So that you guys have internet?
We do.
No, here.
The gentleman that lives over there in that corner house donated his wireless internet to us and gave us the password to it so we can get wireless internet from him.
Right on.
And, I forgot to show you the solar panel. We'll have to walk
Oh,
over.
yeah.
Swing by the tent.
No, we don't. Well,
Oh, and there's the kitchen.
Yeah, this is the food tent. We don't.
You don't have.
As you saw, we get donations of food brought in. We don't make food on site other than.
You just cook it and bring it in. It's easier that way.
Well, it's easier that way, and the city won't let us
cook. The city won't let you cook here.
So.
And can we get a picture? Stephanie showed me earlier.
Oh, inside
she opened up the food. They have a food tent, storage. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's take a look at that.
Yeah, and these are our donations, and this is just our food. We have another tent full of the donations.
Yeah. Lots of food.
Yep, there's plenty of food. And I think we can warm up soup. They wouldn't say anything to us about that. We just have been trying to conserve propane. That's expensive. And then here is our solar panel. And this is our makeshift, catches the wireless, it's amplifying the wireless signal.
Oh, really?
So,
wow, we have to talk about that.
Yeah.
We do need to talk about that.
I am not the person to talk to about that. Our media guy, Johnny, set that up.
Yeah. Do you guys have live stream? Are you guys connected to the live stream?
We do not have a live stream currently. We talked about doing it, but...
This is a Wi-Fi amplifier.
Have you tried to contact Occupy together?
I would just like to get our Occupy Iowa City. They have that list of, or that YouTube site that's all the Occupy sites, where they put up their still videos, and I would like to get that set up first. Live streaming GAs is, it's dark. It would be hard to do here. We are all pretty much sitting in the dark by the time we're having GA, so it would be, you'd maybe be able to get the moderator because he's in the facility, because they're standing like right in front of the light, but as far as the rest of it, it's pretty dark, so we would have a hard time putting anything out there that would be very interesting, I think, to anybody. They'd be able to hear the...
We need some solar-powered lights. I have one...
Do you guys have a lot of electricity?
We don't have really anything that's running. People are pretty much using the solar panel for their laptops and to charge phones. We don't have a lot else that's running on electricity, so...
Yeah, it's like...
Pretty much, if we've got something that we're using to heat, we have a propane stove. I don't know where it went, actually. That we use on one of the grills. Or we have the propane later. That's it, as far as... This is pretty much just here for charging phones and...
Yeah, it's a good system for charging phones and laptops, though.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It'll do plenty.
We have another one coming. We had iRenew has donated these.
Oh, cool.
And they have another one coming, and we have to find a battery for it. They don't have a battery for it, but if we find a battery for it, then we can...
What kind of battery do you need?
12-volt?
Yeah.
Car battery?
Well, no, there's a special kind of battery that this system has to run off of, but Morrow seems to think that he has an idea of somebody who might have one that we can borrow. So,
batteries that go in the kids' 4-wheeler?
kind of like the big kid four-wheeler.
Mhm.
I have one of those. Would that work?
I don't know. I would have to talk to the person to Gina. She knows more about the solar panel than I do. I do hope that, Sam, do you know how to check the solar panel to make sure that it's turned on and charging?
Yep.
Could you do that? Because it's sunny. And I don't know if it's on or not.
It's on it.
Is it?
Mhm.
Because they turned it off yesterday. I know that. I renew.
iRenew, yeah, I was going to talk to John Root and iRenew. I've got some friends in renewable energy, and we need to.
Because it's really the only thing we're using the
Get
power
the-
for right now.
There's the charge controller,
Mhm.
and we've got one. Looks like a deep cycle marine battery, probably. That's what they usually use. So I know in town in the Quad City somewhere there's a whole trailer of solar panels that just rides around, and iRenew has done a bunch of events I've seen it at, and it's locally owned by, I think somebody sold it to iRenew actually.
Oh, yeah.
So I need to get a hold of
And actually,
them.
there's a lot of fun stuff there.
Oh yeah, right.
So, because not everybody can camp.
I don't know how easily you can see any of this, of course, but.
And there was also a teach-in that we had
Oh,
on
yeah.
how to.
Yeah, that's really great. I mean, that's what we need to do because this is absolutely what needs to happen.
Mhm.
You know, they take away our microphones, we do the human mic. They take away our power. Well, we got solar power is set to drop 7% per year now, and Solyndra failing was actually because the prices dropped so much they couldn't stay in business. So it's actually a good thing. We're going to see a 7% price drop in solar power over every year for the next couple of years, and within about 4 years, it's going to be competitive with coal.
Good.
And it's going to be stupid to dig coal out of the ground. It's going to be cheaper to just buy solar panels.
Isn't it stupid that it's not already so?
Yeah, I mean, it should have been
It's like-
subsidized a long time ago. We should have taken those oil company subsidies and said, this is going on solar power now and wind power, and that's it.
And if you go to the state